Welcome to We Talk Spanglish with your host, Manefta. Hi, welcome to We Talk Spanglish. Today is a very, very special day for this podcast. We are here in the Only a Date studio. I'm forever grateful to my second home.
Gringa.
You gotta add that in. That's the funny.
For real, the BTS for real. The motherfucking phone with us.
You're hungry? I'm gonna order you food. You want McDonald's, right? No? Remember, we just ate on the way, and so I think you're good. Parenting. Okay. I'm gonna order that food right now. We are gonna order that food right now.
5 minutes later.
Get me. I'm starving. Can I get a double cheeseburger plain with cheese? I have not eaten all fucking day, I swear to God.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank Presley.
Thank you, Presley.
Now. Thanks,
we love you, Press. Press, I watch all your videos, girl. I'm obsessed. Today I'm here with someone that I have been dying to have on anything. I have been dying to meet you.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I've known you forever. I follow her, she follows me, and we love each other.
No, 100%. And literally when she was like, oh, I'm so excited to meet you, I was like, we haven't met yet. I felt like we already had met.
I
this
know.
Is just like a reunion or something.
When you said that to me, I was like, wait, hold on a second. You're right about that. It feels like we have met, and I love that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the internet can connect people, but I think 100%. That's important.
I feel like I know you.
And the fact that, okay, so no
and all
one,
the shitty houses in
the shitty ass houses, you know? We're so over that. Like, yeah, deja eso. Pero la están tirando still todavía. I want to know, so no one knows you as Kirsten.
Yeah, no.
Right?
No.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I will say, you are la gringa más Latina that I have in my entire existence known. Like,
it's very genuine. A lot of people like throw at me.
Why?
A lot of people are like, oh, she's like cultural appropriate. I don't know. Like cultural.
What?
I get it. Yes, I do get
that. You're a Latina approved by me.
But it's so funny because my passion is so genuine.
It really is.
I genuinely just wanted to learn about the culture. It's so rich.
How did you learn?
I mean, it's like Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, well, tell me.
Like Cliff Notes. Okay, so when I was younger, my parents owned a restaurant. I always hung out with like, the cooks were like from Ecuador. So I was always their like little sister, and I was just always hanging out with them, and I always just felt connected with them. And then when I was like 15, in my Spanish class, at the end of the year, my Spanish teacher was like, hey, there's this program. This is when I was living in Minnesota.
Okay.
They're like, this is program where they're gonna pay you $70 if you learn how to dance salsa in 2 weeks. And I go, so for 2 weeks, I need to learn how to dance. They're gonna teach me, and then they pay me.
What?
And it was some sort of community program because there was a lot of Latinos moving to Minnesota.
Okay.
I know it sounds... It's just different. It's different demographics.
That's crazy, so and
Miami,
so cool.
Yes, very cool.
More South American,
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so they wanted to do something to get the cultures to, like the communities to get
come together.
Yeah. And so I did it, and I got hooked at dancing salsa. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I need to know what they're saying to me, because I really like dancing, and I love how they sound when they're talking to me, but I want to know what they're saying now.
That makes so
like the music,
sense.
I was starting to get passionate about the music. Hi, Prez. Not like we're in a podcast. What? I get to 3, bro.
I'm ready. You ready?
And I don't even do the chancleta.
No?
No, I don't. I wasn't raised like that.
Damn, so
I'm not. That's the only thing I'm not Latina, and I do not touch. Well, I know not all Latinos touch their kids.
Yeah, not all of them, and I think more the progressive ones don't. Like,
I just
it's the stare.
Never.
The countdown.
The stair. Oh, the stair. I was like, what? The stairs? No.
The stairs. The good one. The stair. Or the clenching one.
Well, I do the stairs. I do the stairs. I do the countdown. But I've never touched my kids.
That's good.
Okay,
I love that.
But yeah, so
that's good self-control.
I know.
Because they can drive you.
But my theory. Okay, you're looking.
I want to know.
You're looking at me
I
like,
need to know
I
this.
The chancleta, so what are you trying to teach
give
me?
Give it to me. The chancleta girl, that chancleta got me so many times. I think it's embedded in me.
Did you get the chancleta?
Yeah.
When I was younger.
When you were younger?
As I got older, it was more like No,
It's
I'm gonna
like,
take your phone.
Yeah.
and that was worse
It
than the chancleta,
changes.
right?
I'm gonna make you
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you sit in the living room. You can't go to your room.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so-
Sit in the living room, not sending you to your room. That's
Nope.
up. Ooh.
Sit there punished in front of everyone.
I like it.
So it was more revengeful, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Because like you know you're being bad.
Yeah.
You know you're misbehaving. So I'm not gonna throw a chancleta.
It's not that, like, I know there are some gringos that obviously
Reprimand.
Okay, reprimand is a word that is used for what I do.
Right.
But gringos usually say abuse. If you were to throw a shoe at your kid,
Because
that would be
it's
considered
How do we
abuse.
get away with it?
I don't know. I guess
Because it really is like
It is.
the more north you go, that is taboo.
100%.
CPS.
100%.
And here we're like, the chancletas flying left and right from different mothers, viejas, grandmas.
There was one, I'm gonna bring this up. It was about a Minnesota Vikings player. God, I forget his name. But I remember he was all over the news in Minnesota because he made his kid go outside and pick a stick that he was gonna
Whoop him with.
And for him, it was like, yep, this is, and he like straight up said, this is how I punish my kids. And everybody was like,
No, no,
God.
no. Abusador.
yeah, 100%.
Abusador cost CPS.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same way.
Yeah, I mean,
like when
that's a
people
little
tell me
much.
they hit their, well,
That's a
not
little
judging you, I just don't do it.
I don't need to do it. Like I've
I
gotten
feel
to
like
that point.
you lose the battle.
You do. You control your anger, and I admire that.
Yeah, if you let them get a rise out of you, they won.
You're right.
And so then the
She's
moment you
so
lay your
right.
hands on them, then you prove to them that you can't handle your
anger.
being calm. And how are you going to teach a kid
To control
to
their
not
anger.
hit other people, and by doing that you hit them? Like, it just doesn't.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
I don't
And
know.
I feel like, no, because
I'm not
for us,
judging.
you don't need to. At the end of the day,
I do judge, though, on it.
listen, that whole we listen and we don't judge, not fucking happening. I'm
We
judging.
listen and we judge.
We listen and we judge, okay? But this is a cultural thing. Like, okay, our families, they throw the chancleta and it's like, and we're running and dodging it. And it actually becomes like funny.
No, I feel
It
like
actually
Latinos
becomes like a
here-
mockery. Then you laugh at your parents because they're throwing things at you and you're like, ah.
But Latinos
You
here, when they talk about it, the abuse that they receive, they do it in like a joking way, which
It
I
is.
find very odd.
It is.
Like me, I'm like,
It's a
why are
cultural
you-
thing.
and I'm looking at them like, are you okay?
I think it's funny because we can all relate that we were abused.
That's so sad.
I know.
No, it's really sad.
Thankfully, I don't think that was my childhood trauma. I'm so proud to say that.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was not my childhood trauma. Trust me, there's more.
I should do the challenge where you have somebody sit on a chair and you throw the chancleta with the cup on their head.
Have you seen that lady with the belt?
but I feel like I would be good. I would be good at
Think
it.
so?
You're talking about the one that hit the husband that was like,
Did you see that
She was a
lady?
gringa. That's why she sucked.
Oh, she killed that man. I felt
Yeah, it
so
was
bad for him. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's terrible. But I think the chancleta one, we could nail. Like,
I feel like we could do it at the end of this, and you could have something on your head, and I.
can you imagine? She fucking smacks me upside the head.
If I were an abusadora, then let's see if I would do a good job.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
see. If you were an abusadora, could you nail the chancleta?
Could I
throw?
do it?
Yeah, I think you could. Okay. So I want to know about your home life back in Minnesota.
Oh. Okay, so
That's very different from here.
very much. I
Yeah.
think quality of life. It's not that I don't like Miami. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like Miami, but I do think people ruin it. And I think Miami is so beautiful. Where we have
Amazing.
like we are where people vacation, that whole thing.
Yep.
But people's moral compass ruins it to me.
Very much
And
so.
I don't like that. I can't stand it.
You went to this program, you got paid
Yes.
to dance.
And then I wanted to know what they were saying to me. So I decided, me and my best friend were like, let's go to the Dominican Republic.
Chismosa.
Yeah, and we were like, let's go to Dominican. The only reason we chose DR was because her boyfriend at the time in Minnesota was Dominican.
Oh.
And he was building a house in Nagua,
Okay.
And everybody from DR is like, ¿Qué tú hacías en agua? And I'm like, we partied and we learned Spanish.
We learned Spanish.
That's what we did.
That's crazy.
But we went there and he's like, you could stay at my house for free. And we're like, for free?
Wow.
Let's go there.
Let's do it.
So we juiced it.
And how long were you there?
My friend only lasted a couple weeks because she was in love and wanted to go back to him.
Okay.
And I stayed.
And you stayed.
My freca ass stayed.
You stayed.
I stayed. I have to admit, I did not get with anybody. I'm very proud of that, actually.
Wow, that is something to be proud about.
I did not get with anybody, although they're beautiful.
Girl.
Dominicans are beautiful.
We already know.
Dominicans are beautiful, but I did not get with anybody.
That's crazy.
So nobody in Nagua can talk chisme.
Nobody can say chisme about La Gringa there.
I didn't go with anybody, but it was cute because, my friend's boyfriend came down with us and told like the whole town, hey, these girls are with me, don't mess with them, the whole lot.
Oh, I love that.
And he assigned 2 of his friends to be like our
watch.
Yeah, so like they would take us to all the parties everywhere, but they nunca me faltaron respeto.
I love that.
And I was very surprised because Dominicans get freco.
They could.
I was surprised, but they were very nice.
Damn, so you had a good experience. I love that for you.
And that's where my Spanish really
That's where your Spanish flourished from, which...
That was where it started, yeah.
I was very intrigued by that. I wanted to know how you got so good at Spanish. So I also want to know, as far as, when you decided you wanted to move to Miami, how did you get here?
Okay, I fell in love.
You fell in love.
Yes.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Fell in love.
Okay.
And at the same time, I was working in radio in Minnesota.
Really?
And I already had my first radio gig when I got back from the Dominican Republic was an AM Spanish station. It was called La Picosa.
Stop.
Yeah, La Picosa Radio. And it was DJ Mosquito from Chicago. He discovered me. Right? And he was like, why are you a gringa? You dancing bachata?
Why are you a gringa?
And he called me Güera. So they called me my radio name, and shut your face if you're going to laugh at me. It was La Güera Sabrosa. Shut up. La Güera Sabrosa.
They were throwing it at you.
I did not make the name. I have to say, we did like a survey, so the listeners were calling in and they were giving names and they voted on it.
Okay.
And they chose this one. So
well, then it was fair.
Flattering.
Okay, and at least, yes, you were Sabrosa. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it hasn't got, my current name is not much better.
I like your name.
No, I love my name, but it's kind of like...
I feel like it glows with you. Like it's a glow at the same time. Like, hey, that's a flex.
I feel like
that you host your own show on the radio.
Yeah.
And you're a mom, full-time mom. Okay.
Yeah.
You do a hell of a lot. You're on my podcast, which, by the way, I thank you.
No, I'm so happy.
I am so humbled that you were like, yeah, let's do it. Like, that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
And women supporting women is huge to me, very huge. Mm-hmm. So I'm very honored to have you here. I think that you're amazing. I think that you're so exquisite. You are very unique.
Thanks.
And I think that you're a hard person to find.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that you're a very hard person to find. And
my boss called me a purple cow.
Wait.
My boss.
Which one?
You said you're so hard to find. My boss, Valo, is going to laugh at this because because I'm still on Tu 24/9 on the weekends, even though I switched now to Y100.
Okay.
But he goes, you're the purple cow. And I go, please explain before I get offended.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, if you're driving down, you're here in Miami, you see a bunch of cows in a field, you don't think much of it, but if you saw a purple cow,
you stick out.
And he goes, you're the purple cow. And I was like, thank you, Walla.
I love the purple cow.
So
I love that.
No,
but I feel the same way. You definitely have your own thing, and the way you dance, you really give, like, damn, you're Latina, she's a Latina. And there are Latinas that look like gringas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them here, Mexico, everywhere.
It's so funny because in Minnesota, like, I stuck out like a sore thumb. But here, you have such a different demographics in Miami.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That, like, I could pass for, like, half Cuban or half I mean, I think.
I didn't
When
know.
they hear me speaking Spanish, they assume I'm half Cuban or half Venezuelan because I'm in Doral. But like in Minnesota, it was like, you're white.
No,
I wasn't like a
until you really told me, or I think I saw you post about it. You were like, oh, you know what? I know I'm really a gringa. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I had to digest that. How long have you been working in radio now?
Okay, so it's when I got back from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
That was my first radio gig, and I have not been in another.
How many years is that?
Are you okay, so let me think.
She's like, are you trying to do this to me right now? Okay, wait, let's do a year.
I'm 30.
Pick a year.
Pick a year?
That you were there. When were you in Dominican Republic?
I don't remember the fucking year. I was drinking the whole time. Let me.
Pásame la botella.
That was definitely not the song. It was more like. Ya no quiero más ya. Te gustas
Dramatic.
2009.
So yeah, more than 10 years.
16 years.
Yes, bro.
16 years. 16 years sounds right.
That's a long time.
16 in radio.
That's amazing.
I worked at the AM station, and it was such like a mom and pop, like
little station.
There wasn't like many people working there, but I was like in sales. You know, I did the concert, the promotions, I did the on air. Bless you, mama.
Bless you, mommy.
I did the, and then I ended up
got
becoming a
well-rounded,
GM.
right?
Yeah.
That's actually good. You became a GM.
Yeah. It was of like a crew of 4.
She was the GM of a crew
Thank
of
you
4.
for the label.
I'll take it.
Although I'm still doing everything else, you know.
I'll take it. Let me go clean the bathroom right now.
Looks good on my resume. Check. Yes.
For real.
That was it.
You're right about that. I like that. So you've been in radio for a very long time.
And then I did
love
English
that.
radio, and then when I came back
How do you
here,
feel switching from English to Spanish, and what do you prefer?
Okay, so what's fun about this new radio venture is Y100 is Y100.7 is realizing that like Miami is just so much more diverse if you were to compare it to like even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so now Y100.7 is like genuinely Miami when you listen to it, because you'll hear Spanish tracks, English tracks. You're gonna hear Kendrick.
So more
it's
Spanglish?
Miami.
Do you feel
and
like you can talk?
They let me speak Spanish. They want me to speak Spanish and Spanglish and just like liven it up.
That's
so
your element
for
right
me,
there.
Y100.7 is genuinely what I've always wanted. So it's a mix of both worlds.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah. It's kind of just like molding.
How long now has it been that you've been with them?
A few months now.
I like that.
Like 4 months maybe.
That's a new adventure for you. You
Good
can make that
timing,
your own, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. I do try to see the ones that they post on the website.
Yeah.
So I can try to hear a little bit because I
Yeah.
can't. I'm in Tampa.
Yeah.
But I do try to listen in a little bit. Or like
Yeah.
when you post yourself, I'll listen
iHeartRadio
in.
app.
Oh, I could do the iHeartRadio.
all you have to
That's
do. You can
true. That's very true. I could put it in my car too. I could put it in my car. So, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do. An
do?
older sister.
So you have an older sister.
Yes.
And she still lives in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, would you want her to?
here? I have no family here.
I know, right? Isn't that hard?
Yeah. I mean, I have my kids.
You have,
I don't have
you have
family.
your little family, you know?
Yeah.
But it's always
We're gonna literally have a B-roll of just
How old is Presley?
4.
4 years old?
Can't believe she's 4.
I know. I remember when she was like this little baby.
I know.
Because she's always been so tiny, right?
Yeah.
And I know that, well, I've seen that you posted that Marley wanted a baby sister, right?
Yeah, Marley
Right? Did
wanted her.
Marley
was the one that was like,
She wished upon a star for you, right?
yeah, she did. She was like, Mommy, when am I gonna be a big sister? When am I gonna be? I was like, soon. And
Did
then
you plan it?
Yeah, we planned.
it-
We didn't. Well, we didn't plan Marley. We planned, we planned Presley.
No.
Same with me.
We what?
Marley wanted
Marley wanted what?
to be a sister.
Yes, she did. She did, and guess what? She's the best sister in the world, right? Okay, you're gonna go get our McDonald's.
Go
ma'am?
with Ava.
Okay, go.
Go with
Thank
Ava.
you
Help
so
her.
much. I'm so hungry. I love it.
Thank you, Mama. You're the best. Everyone's been without a filter today. Like I've been filming all day, and every single interview has been like, oh, I have no filter. I'm like, yeah, me too.
It's good like that.
I like that because I don't have a fucking filter either.
We say here in podcasts what we can't say on the radio.
This is what we love. This is why we love you.
It's like an extension of what, because you know.
You can be you know?
Yeah.
And people like that. I think that you guys relate to that. We're being relatable by being natural.
Yes.
And
Having
that's
a child
fun.
run in and out of the shot. Yeah.
She's in and out of this bitch. To go get her Mickey D's.
Yep. That's her priority right now. She's like, where's the Uber Eats driver?
She was like, can we track him?
Yeah.
She's funny. I feel like she is the epitome of the second child. Because Ava is my second child, and Ava is funny.
Okay.
Like, she's genuinely funny. And I feel like Presley is. Presley. The things she tells you, the things she says are chef's kiss.
Llegaba la comida.
Let's do a mukbang, and then you can throw the chancleta.
Let's do it.
Let's do a mukbang.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna eat with you. We're gonna be fat. We're tired.
Let's do it.
I'm so glad we ordered food.
Oh, so good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! I'm gonna take off the extra bread and put it in the other one and make it a double.
That's actually
and have less carbs.
I mean, that's girl math, but sure.
It works. Fire?
This is fire.
McDonald's.
My emotions needed this today. Sometimes it's okay to emotionally eat.
Listen,
you know?
especially when you have your
Life
period.
is tough. Life is tough.
How's your
She's about to give you a side eye.
She always just, she's done it twice. She gives me a plastic side eye. She doesn't know how much I love her though. I love her so much. I watch her videos and I die of laughter.
She's a slow burn with people.
Yeah, she takes a minute. That's good. I'm not gonna just trust anybody. And I like that.
No, she takes a long time. Marley too.
That's good.
But Marley, there's certain people that she connects with, like off the jump. And it's those random people.
Really? That you wouldn't think she would connect
Like, for example, Giancarlo Canela, for like 3 years, Jen can be a vouch for this.
Okay.
Giancarlo's for like 3 years. He wrote a song for her and like was singing to her the song. I even have the video of him singing.
Even the
it to her.
marinating didn't work.
Literally 3 years, Giancarlo Canela trying to just win Marley's love. And she wants nothing. She's like, no, Jen.
No?
Yeah, still. And so when, for example, she met Akon once, ran into his arms,
No.
like has this weird Kimani Marley. She just runs into his, it's like there's some sort of,
You think she has to click with that person?
I mean,
You have to have
not
oral
even,
points
they like
for her.
didn't even speak to her.
Thank you for joining us on the realest podcast I've ever fucking done. I love you so much.
I love you too.
I love Presley.
Best friends. Do we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends?
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup. Do you want to go do karate in the garage? Yup.
I think that we did a half a mukbang. But anywho, we love you guys. we love you guys. And thank you for joining us on the realest mom podcast that I've had till this day.
Now the chancleta challenge.
Let's do the chancleta.
Ready?
It's a
I love you
sneaker.
so much.
I love you.
Oh my God! Wait! I'm doing it! Shut your face! I didn't
Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I feel I have to share with you.
kill you. Hold on.
Are you ready? Hold on.
I'm ready. It was just a Chester.
Okay, go.
Gringa Latina.
Yeah! You did it!